the easiest and most lazily built tower in this video. I got nothing much to say about this tower, well except for the kill rich shit show that this tower is. Although to be fair, this was made 7 years ago, so expect the gameplay to not great. The eternal suffering part of a tower comes from the loop fails and the transition of not being able to see shit in floor 1 in the last floor, and I think this tower does keep its name true with its gameplay choices. It's not that hard, it's doable, but I didn't enjoy this tower that much. Only Papingus likes it, and I wouldn't even want to redo this tower. Anyways, next tower. Citadel of Peril, everyone's favorite volcano citadel. I got nothing much to say about this tower aside from floor rate feeding a waving synth and light synth making sure you suffer a lot in this tower, which includes mid-tier gameplay above an insta-kill. Probably one of the reasons you got demoted in the first place, but let's not slander the creators of this tower, as the focal point here is the citadel itself. Citadel of Peril is basically a speedrun citadel, where you escape from rising lava, except instead of a usual escape, the evil zombie, you have to do challenging difficulty gameplay with rising lava beneath you. The gameplay is quite varying. We got Duke's classic style, then hard to pronounce names TOIII style, then light synth saying fuck you and ruining your run. I appreciate the gameplay variety and the different styles of each creator. I think collab towers are created well, except this one. This felt like a 2-day side project, and the design is a citadel in a volcano, and there's speakers in this citadel. Wow, I could have enjoyed this tower more if it wasn't for light synth. Although without light synth, this citadel could have been like mid to high Remorseless if he didn't join the collab. Yeah, I would repeat this tower again. Nothing else to say. Also shout out to this guy who spectated me. I hate it when a tornado randomly sits in space. In a serious note, at least add some design. Like, I'm fine with the grayscale frame, but at least add a little more color in the gameplay. Maybe like a blue solar panel or a red antenna. Just put some design variety, my guy. I get that gameplay is the most important aspect in towers, but at least add a little priority to the design. Speaking of gameplay, it's alright, I guess. There wasn't anything special, but each floor has one notable thing that other floors don't have. Not going into detail with this one, I didn't particularly enjoy this, nor want to redo this again, but this is far from the other worst towers in this video. Also be happy for this guy, he beat mechanically induced mayhem after I beat this tower. Got nothing else to say. Next tower. why did we replace an actual good-looking citadel that fits the most in this area with this garbage? I don't care if it was due to lag reasons, I care more about why did they pick this. This tower is that one kid you do not want to sit next to at school, yet your teacher finds a way to make them sit with you like they planned every other student to sit with everyone else besides you and said kid. But let's not judge a book by its cover, except for this one you can judge that. Lethargy is just classic gameplay, which I don't mind that much, except this is mid-tier classic gameplay with punishing gameplay. I'll let this one slide just a little bit, since most of these have button progress, but I still don't enjoy this tower. There's nothing much design in this citadel aside from it being L-shaped. I don't want to even redo this one, it's that one tower that you're glad to never do again. Anyways, done talking about this. This tower could have been okay if it wasn't for floor 3. That floor single-handed made this cross the insane line. The gameplay sucks, and there's not much design, but the innovation of this tower isn't hideous. It's actually quite creative for an old and dated tower. But I still get to complain about it anyways. This tower is one of those that fall off to be all creativity, no enjoyment in Ito towers. It's just not fun to play with. At least the final stretch gives more than second chances, so I guess we're chill now. The tower is still ass though. Not recommended until it gets revamped. I beg you to revamp TOS yourself, Vincent. And oddly enough, I might redo this tower. Not repeat, just replay some of the tower. Cannot describe how much I despise this garbage. If you like this tower, then I'm sorry, but you 100% hate yourself. Why would anyone enjoy some loot fail hell with mid-tier gameplay like this? Can we stop making towers that put 0 button progress while putting roundabout gameplay in every single crevice inside the tower? Because if you're gonna do that, then at least make the gameplay good. This also falls into the category TOS is in. While I find certain parts creative, like the turret to the end, it's more of a please God make this work, don't make me fall off again prayer, instead of making some players like me enjoy this. The only person I knew who enjoys this is Papangus, and Papangus liking your tower is already an insult within itself. I've had 0 enjoyment with Pastel pillars, nor I want to ever redo this shit again, but the design looks okay I guess. Anyways, on to the last 3 towers. Is it weird that I like this more than Ton? I'm not saying that TOCN is good or anything, the gameplay is still shit, but for some reason I still kinda enjoyed this tower. I definitely would like this more if there were no outside sections, but I still unironically enjoyed this tower. Sure, the gameplay is spammy and the design isn't much, but this tower at least has a little variety, although not that much. I have weird tastes in towers. I like this. I like spherical jank gameplay for some reason, I don't really know why. I'd probably do TOCN and try to get to floor rate or something like that. Anyways, it's time for the worst Citadel I have ever experienced.
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
This tower, the 6 months of making this tower minus the breaks is worth it. The design is so beautiful, the gameplay, despite its extreme punishment, is so creative and fun, that I would probably do this Citadel, and maybe I'd repeat this it in a toes. This isn't anything ironic, because this Citadel is 100 times easier and 1,000 times more bearable and fun than CoWS. What? You expect anything else for me to say? Well, I was kinda thinking of making this video more cinematic, especially for this segment, which is literally about my final tower before the release of Purgatorio, but I got too lazy to do those. At least you got my last Remorseless cleanup before Purgatorio.